He's a poet who lives in Detroit, and I ran across it sort of sucked the breath out of me, the fragility of it all. So the poem started from that place, and there's a handful of images which also speak to the fragility of Earth in various images. The poem is called Terra, Infirma. Mother Earth is not well. There's a chill at her extremities, a lit match rising to her temples. Her forehead is drenched in sweat that stings the corners of her eyes. The afternoon fever dreams, wounded feet hitting the cracked earth hard and fractured. A barren landscape, arid, deserted. Her breath, like hot wind, wheezes under blistered skin, rasping lungs scarred by the heat. Geologic visions of salt lines haunting dry soil, broken rocks reflecting the sun. Waterless, the terraced vineyards have all turned brown. Her Eden disintegrates, a daily orchard of dead trees with bone-colored branches. Her fragmented sleep, fever dreams at sunrise, the bland quotidian nightmare of hot sand slipping through glass. As morning light bleeds through the curtains, her slow burn amplifies. Each recurring dawn is a blaze too radiant, replaying the bright insomnia like a blood-red rosary burning to the touch, a helium ember that pulls up through a tightening sky. Our mother is running a fever. Her numbers are high. The measure of mercury is on the rise. Twin suns, Celsius and Fahrenheit, keep upping the gain. The basement furnace roars. The sky is stripped of its scrim. Step by step, the temperature climbs to the top floor of the 4-story house, and there goes the neighborhood. Immolation. The world's trees snap into flame, subdivisions swallowed by fire as dark conifers howl against the orange consuming blaze. Smoldering forests forge new deliriums. The world is burning. Everything is burning, and all we do is gentrify pestilence. Time is a tinderbox, burned at the stake. With fiery tongues, the climate declares its own state of emergency. As the fire flares, Prometheus falls into buyer's remorse. No wonder infernos are 40% off. Fueling the affliction, Father Blacksmith scorches the earth with a Home Depot blowtorch as the devil works 9 to 5. Cul-de-sacs glowing in aftermath. Dante roaming the ghost forest, a spectral coastline of damp embers, black ash, and hissing smoke. As the misery index reaches new highs, it's time for emergency measures. I hear they're breeding drought-resistant goats to feed among the dead pines and brown needles. The Secretary of Heat and the Minister of Atmosphere have a plan, engineering a last-ditch adaptation of species. These new mammals will scatter hope among the hills and barren grasslands. Yet they fail to consider the lifespan of a cloud. We may buy some time with apocalyptic livestock, but the rain-fed figs in Jordan are no more. The cactuses have no use for flowers. Only the skeletal remains of manzanita bushes scratch the horizon, the torched past in eerie silhouette. Talking about the weather used to feel safe. The first forms of small talk. Can you imagine? Now the wildfires rage and shadows are afraid to fall. The southwestern rivers have all run dry, yet the floods of Islamabad brought 3 months of rain in a single afternoon. Terrestrial wounds. The equator has lost its equanimity. There's too much pulling at the poles. Locusts descend. Entire cities returning to dust. History drowned by the sea. Glaciers weep. Oceans rise, yet the drought grinds on, and sandbanks emerge from the beds of evaporating rivers. Over a dried-up waterway just outside of Berlin, 1,000 black bicycles hang chained to the rails of a black iron fence. A perilous bridge connecting nothing. The past is mist, and the future aflame, the slant of light already gone. But somewhere, at this very moment, the snow is melting as it should. On a high mountain trail, a cool spring rushes out of a low stand of alders. This is where you kiss the ground. Gather soil in your hands. Tend to the shelter of new life, greening at the water's edge.